Hey guys, what's up and welcome to mission 22, episode 22 of B-17 Queen of the Skies here on the World War II Solitaire board game channel. I'm gonna try to not talk too much now because I just want to get going. I'm super nervous. We only have 4 missions left. It's looking like I maybe can do this, and if we die I'm just gonna... I don't know what I'm gonna do. So let's just get going here quickly before we go. We had our 11th victory last time, bombing the Rennes rail yard. We have our bombardier replacement, J. Harkin, who's an ace gunner. This is his 11th mission, meaning he is going to have a positive +1 roll to the O2 bomb run table. So that's really sweet. He's the best bombardier you can have now. Other than that, we have our new co-pilot Dennis Sisson, new portways gunner Russell Oxley, a few aces here. That's the ball turret gunner Angus Young, and as I said, J. Harkin. Otherwise, I need a few more kills to become ace. The tail gunner needs 2 more kills to become an ace. Starboard waist gunner still has no kill. Radio operator, no kills. Engineer needs 3 more kills. And yeah, that's it. Navigator also needs 2 more kills. Let's get going, guys. We're going to roll for a mission. As you know, as always, I want a low number on the red one. 4 or higher, you're going to have real trouble here. So let's just do it. 44. Okay, now we start. Saint-Nazaire U-boats. Where is that? Do I want to know? It is over in Zone 6. Okay, let's note that here on the mission log and mission record. Okay, so also Saint-Nazaire is a submarine pens, and as I understand it, that means it's going to have increased flak. So you will roll for flak 4 times instead of 3 times. That is at least part of the Avalon Hill errata, as you will find collected on Boardgame Geeks forums. So we'll do that. Make sure we don't play this in any way. People will accuse us of cheating. Okay, I'm getting super nervous here, man. Sorry. Yeah, we have to check our flight log too for Saint-Nazaire. And before we do that, we actually need to roll for our position. So we hope we don't get 2 or 12 or we are dead. We roll 8. That's the middle position. And then we roll for squadron position. We want to have 3 or 4. We roll 2. That's okay. And then Saint-Nazaire is going to be here. Flight log is set. Where do we have it? -2. -1. 0, 0. +1. Okay. This is going to be tough, guys. It's going to be tough. All the way over here in Zone 6. We take off in Zone 1, and so far so good. We enter the water over the English Channel, and we're all for fighter support. As usual, fighter support fails us, and we have poor fighter support. We're all for enemy fighter waves with a -2 to our roll, and with a roll of 6 with that crappy, luck, that means we're still gonna have 1 enemy fighter wave, and we're all 35. 35 is 2 190s. Okay, so we have the 2 190s, one coming in from 12 o'clock level and one coming in from 130 low. So we will roll for fighter cover. Even with poor on a roll of 5 to 6, we drive one of them away. And of course, we roll a 4. We do not get any help here. 12 o'clock level, we can use the top turret and the nose gun, and that is exactly what we will do. 130 level, 130 low, we can use the ball turret and the starboard cheek gun. So that's what we're going to do. We mark off the ammo here. Nose, top turret, starboard cheek gun, and ball turret. And we roll for pilot status, left to right. That is going to be an ace pilot. And an average pilot. To hit with the nose and top turret, we need a roll of 6, even though they are aces, because he is an ace pilot. Nose, miss. Top turret, miss. Starboard cheek, 6, hit. Roll for damage. Roll a 3, which turns into a 2. And that is a -1 now to his roll. And ball turret rolls a 1. Okay, this guy to hit, he needs a roll of 6. He rolls 4, so that is a miss. And this guy to hit now, he needs a 4, 5, or 6 because he's an ace. And rolls 2. Okay. We are lucky again. Unlucky 1 second, lucky the other. That takes care of wave 35. Okay, so we enter zone 3. We roll for our fighter cover. We get good fighter cover this time. And we roll for enemy fighter waves with a -1 to our roll. We roll 6, which turns into 5. That is 1 wave of enemy fighters. We roll 12, and that is 2 109s. And we go ahead and roll for fighter cover now because we have fighter cover, so we have a good chance of driving them both away on a roll of 3 or higher. And we roll 3, which means we drive, let's see, 2 of them away in the initial assault. So these guys are done. And what was that? That was 12. So we note that. Scratch it. So that was rather lucky. We move on to zone 4. We roll for fighter cover again. And roll a 4. So that is fair fighter cover. This is the last zone where we actually have fighter cover. We roll for enemy fighter waves and no modifier now. So we hope for a roll of 1 or 2. And we roll a 6. That is a bad roll. That means we have 2 enemy fighter waves. First wave is 61. That is a 109 doing a vertical dive who cannot be driven away by our fighter cover. And second roll we roll 23. That is 3 190s. Okay, so this guy can only be fired upon by our top turret and radio room, and as usual they can only hit on a roll of 6. So top turret, radio room, and we cannot use spray fire. We roll for pilot status, he's average. We roll for the radio room, he needs a 6, he rolls 4. We roll for the top turret, he also needs a 6, he rolls 1. So for this guy to hit us now during a vertical dive, he hits on a 5 or a 6, he rolls a 1. So that's definitely a miss, and that takes care of wave 61. We still have wave 23 to deal with now. Alright, so 12 o'clock high, 3 o'clock high, 3 o'clock level. 3 o'clock level, we can use a lot of guns. We use the starboard waist gun and the ball turret. And for 3 o'clock high, we can use the top turret, the starboard waist gun. We will use the top turret. And then for 12 o'clock high, we can use the top turret and nose gun. We will use the nose gun. And we shall use spray fire on all of these guys. I've learned to just, if you can use spray fire, use it. It normally pays off, even though it's super annoying getting those gun jams. Nose gun, spray fire with the top turret, spray fire with the starboard waist gun, spray fire with the ball turret. Roll for pilot status, left to right. We have a green pilot over here. And second guy is an average pilot. Third and final guy is an average pilot. For a nose gun to hit now, since he's an ace, firing at a green pilot, I need a 4, 5, or a 6. And we roll a 5, so it is a hit. And it is fighter breaks off with a -2 now. Spray fire, top MG turret against that guy. And we roll a 6, so that is we damage him. Let's see how much damage we do with the top turret. We do enough to make him break off. Top turret is a twin gun, so it's not a -1 on the damage. And then here we have more spray fire. We fire with the starboard waist gun and we roll 6. That is also damage. And the damage is a -1 to his roll. And then spray fire with the ball turret and we roll a 4, which means fighter breaks off without firing. So we get rid of that guy. Okay, so let's see if they can hit us now. This guy will only hit on a roll of 6. He hits a roll of 4. And this guy only hits on a 6 as well. He hits rolls of 3, so he does not hit. Before we say goodbye to this guy, I will fire with the tail gun. So we mark off 1 box of ammo. He hits on a 5 or a 6 now. And he rolls a 6. Let's roll for damage. and he rolls a 1, so that is not enough to kill him, unfortunately. He flies away, and that is the end of that. We mark off wave 23, and we now enter zone 5. We enter zone 5. We have no fighter cover anymore. We roll for enemy fighter waves, and we have no modifier to the roll. We roll a 6. That's a really bad roll here. That means, again, we have 2 fighter waves. First wave is 22. That is 2 1/10s. Let's note that before, otherwise I'll forget it. Second wave is 55. We had that before. Not this game, but we had that before. That is 190 and 3 109s. Let's go back to the battle board. Okay, so they're coming in from 1030 low, 12 low. We have no fighter cover, so we can't really get them any other way to shoot them down. At 12 low, we can use the ball turret and the nose gun. And then we have 1030 low. 1030 low, we can use the ball turret and starboard cheek gun. Sorry, not the starboard cheek gun, the port cheek gun, of course. Let's mark off the ammo. If I'm sounding annoyed, it's because I am. Port cheek gun. I kind of want to have a breather. Man, it's hard to speak English sometimes. But yeah, I just want to have, one moment without enemy fighters. And now we had 2. We had, every single wave, including zone 2, we had enemy fighters. And then in zone 4 and 5, we have 2 waves. And it's not going to get better in zone 6. So yeah, I'm a little bit annoyed about that, because I am thinking that, let's see what happens. I don't want to jinx us, guys. Let's roll for pilot status. We have an average pilot and an average pilot. I need a 6 to hit with the port cheek. I miss. Nose needs a 5 or a 6. He missed. Ball turret needs a 5 or a 6. He misses. So 2 of my best gunners, those are my ace gunners, the navigator and the ball turret gunner, both of them miss. They will need now to hit me. Both of them is going to need a 6. So 5 or a 6. First guy miss. Second guy miss. Oh. Thank you. So they fly by. I will fire with my tail gunner, and I mark off the ammo here off camera. I promise you I did. He needs a 6. He rolls a 5. So that is a miss. That deals with the first wave of enemy fighters. We have an even worse wave now, which is wave 55. 55, most of them come from 12 o'clock high. We have one guy at 1030 level. At 1030 level, we use our port cheek gun. 12 o'clock, we are going to go ahead and use our nose gun and top turret. Top turret, nose gun, and at 12 low, we shall use the ball turret gun. So we use one on each, and we cannot use spray fire, of course. Nose gun, port cheek, top turret, and ball turret. Roll for pilot status, and again I recommend you to skip this. Average, because it makes the game a lot harder. You don't need B-17 to be harder, I think. Port cheek gunner needs a roll of 6, miss. Top turret needs a roll of 6, miss. Nose needs a roll of 5 or a 6, miss. Ball turret also 5 or a 6, miss. This guy, all of them needs a 5 or a 6. The first to the left, he misses. Second guy here needs a 5 or a 6, he miss. Next guy, 5 or a 6, he miss. Last guy, that's a fuck wolf, he needs a 5 or a 6, and he also misses. One of the 109s that passes we will fire with the tail gunner, and we roll. We need a 6, we hit. The damage is 5, which turns into a 6. Tail gunner gets a Messerschmitt 109. Congratulations, my friend. And that is his 4th kill. One more kill, and he shall become an ace. Okay, so that's at least some good, and that's God gave me that breather that I was I can't pronounce it, breather that I was hoping for, so I thank him for that. We have dealt with wave 55. We will now enter the dreaded target zone. Alright, we go ahead and enter the target zone. We're now arrived here in Saint-Nazaire, as per the famous Avalon Hill solo game. We start by rolling for weather, and we roll an 11. That is actually bad weather, poor weather. Not very often we get poor weather over the target. So I'm actually very happy for the poor weather. I don't give a crap about hitting the target, but poor weather is going to give us some good modifiers. It is going to give us bad modifiers at -1 on a bomb run, but we have a +1 because of our bombardier. It's going to give a -1 on a number of German fighter waves and a -1 on flak over target. I mean, that's pretty good because, you know, yeah. We roll for enemy fighter waves now with a -1 to our roll, so we hope to roll a 1 to 4. And we roll a 4, which turns into a 3 with our modifier. And that 3 then means we only get 1 wave of enemy fighters. Oh, thank you. We roll 22. 22 is 2 1/10s, so that's not a bad one. And this is we had 22 actually last in zone 5. 10-30 low, 12 low. 12 low we used the ball turret and the nose gun. Both of them are aces. And at 10-30 low we used the port cheek gun. Mark off the ammo. And roll for pilot status. We have an average pilot and another average pilot, close to being in green pilot, but okay. To hit with the port cheek gun, we need a roll of 6. Close. Nose needs a 5 or a 6 because he's an ace. Ball turret also needs a 5 or a 6 because he's an ace, and all of them fail. Both of them needs a 5 or a 6 to hit. First guy fails, second guy hits. So let's get rid of this guy, and we shall roll to see how many hits he achieves from. So note here we have 12 o'clock high, and he rolls 8 from 12 o'clock high. 8 is 1 hit, and the hit will be from 12 o'clock high. At 12 we have walking hits, so shit can still happen on 1 hit. That's a wing hit, and the hit will be to starboard wing. Starboard wing takes a hit. We go to blue 1 4 and roll 2d6 and roll 8, which means superficial damage. Man, I'm so stressed out. I'm so stressed out because I know what is at stake. This is mission 22. There is so much at stake, guys. 9 is 12 o'clock level. Can someone give me some comments that like calms me down, please? Okay, so this guy, he will pass by the tail guns as he enters his new position, which is 12 o'clock level, and tail gunner will hit on a 6. He rolls a 2. So he comes at 12 o'clock level. We can fire the top turret and the nose gun at 12 o'clock level. Both of those are aces, or actually no, only the nose gunner is. We have to mark them. I'm gonna try to calm down. Top turret. Trying to calm down here. Whew. Okay, so nose gun needs a 5 or a 6 because he's an ace. He missed. Top turret needs a 6. I have not been lucky with the firing lately, but it happens sometimes. He needs a 5 or a 6 to hit. He rolls a 1. He misses and breaks off. That takes care of the enemy fighters. But now we have something else to deal with, and that is the flak. And remember, we will have to take flak 1 extra time because we are over a submarine pen. And I think this is I think we had one of those before. Yes, La Rochelle. And I don't think we took that one. Yeah, we had 2 times actually. We didn't take that 1 extra flak hits when we went to La Rochelle, but I'm uncertain if we did or not. But if we didn't, it's not a big deal. I think we probably had light to no flak. Anyway, we need to roll to see a amount of flak. Keep in mind that we have a -1 to our roll because of the poor weather. Okay, let's see what happens. We want a low number. Oh, no flak, no flak. Oh, we have no flak, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna bomb the target. Keep in mind that we have a -1 to the roll because of poor weather. However, our bombardier is now an expert because it's his 11th mission, so we have a +1, so the modifiers take out themselves. 3 or higher, we are on target. And roll 5. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on target. We got those damn submarines. Let's roll for our bombing accuracy. And roll 5. 5 is going to be 20%. A little bit disappointment. I would have liked a higher percentage. Bombing that submarine base all over in zone 6, but I'm just happy if we survive. That's it. It's as simple as that. Okay, so we turn around, and I'm not even gonna edit. I'm just gonna do it here. We turn around and we roll for enemy fighters again. Keep in mind we have bad weather. A -1 to the roll. A roll of 4, which turns into a 3, thank God. And on a roll of 3, I think that is just 1 wave. Yes, sir, that is just 1 wave of enemy fighters. And the wave is 43. 43 is a 190 high and 2 190s. Okay, I don't know what I said, but it's a 190 at 12 o'clock high and 2 109s at 3 and 130 level. Okay, like I said, I'm getting super stressed here. 3 o'clock level, we can use the top and ball turret. And the starboard waist gun. 130 level, we can use the starboard cheek gun. So that's just 1. So we're going to use the top turret, and we're going to use the ball turret. And we will use the starboard waist gun. And I think, see, to hit him at 3 o'clock level, I need a 5 or 6. I don't think I'm going to use spray fire. I'll save the spray. I'll use spray fire for the starboard waist gun. Because he needs a 6 to hit. And then at 12 o'clock high, I can use the nose gun. Let's mark off the ammo, nose gun, starboard cheek gun, top turret, ball turret, and starboard waist. We use spray fires. We mark 3 boxes. We roll 4 pallet status, left to right. We have an average pallet, and finally an average pallet. We need a 5 or a 6 with the nose gun. Miss. 6 with the starboard cheek gun. We actually get that. And the damage is substantial. Starboard cheek gun gets a kill. That's pretty cool because Rictor, our navigator, that is his 4th kill now. So 1 more and he's also going to be an ace. Wow. Noted here too, Navigator 109. That's just crazy, man. I wonder how many aces we can manage to muster up. We have 2 currently. So we fire with the top turret. We need a 5 or 6 to hit. We miss, unfortunately. Then we go ahead and fire with the ball turret, who needs a 4, 5 or 6 to hit because he's an ace. He also misses. We use spray fire with the starboard waist gunner. And we roll a 5, which means fighter attacks normally. Come on. Okay, that's rather unlucky. This guy up here, he needs a 5 or 6 to hit. He rolls a 5, so he hits. We have 1 12 o'clock high hits. This guy needs a 4, 5 or 6 to hit. And he rolls 2, so he does not hit. Let's roll to see how many hits we get from that fuckwolf. He rolls 6. 6 is 1 hit. We can deal with 1 hit, can't we? Please, let us deal with that. We're all for hit and I'm super nervous. As usual, 7 is the pilot compartment, not again. Come on, leave the pilot compartment alone. Man, I'm starting to shake. I can't get the dice up. I'm a wreck. Pallet compartment. We do not want to roll a 4. For the love of God, please not 4. Roll 6, which is the Bombardier. Come on. He hits my Bombardier, who is an ace, who is again on his 11th mission. The same thing happened last time. On a 1 to 3, it is gonna be light wound. So that's what's gonna happen. I don't even want to tell you what happened on 4 or higher because I don't need to tell you because we're gonna roll a 2. We roll a 1. So that is a light wound on our very skilled Bombardier. His name is J. Irish Harkin. And we mark with the red pencil here, Bombardier light wound. And yes, we put that on our Bombardier, who is an ace, who we don't want to lose. He passes by my tail gunner, who will open up. If he gets a kill now, he's going to become an ace. He rolls, he needs a 6, he rolls 3. The Focke-Wulf's new position is on a roll of 10, 3 o'clock level. That's not good. 3 o'clock level, we can use a ton of different guns. Top and ball turret and the starboard waist gun. We will use, let's see here, spray fire for the starboard waist gun only. Top turret, ball turret, starboard waist gun, spray fire. Okay, I'll use spray fire actually also for the top turret. So I roll first for the ball turret, which needs a 4, 5, or 6, and that is because he's an ace. He rolls a 5 and damage. He rolls 4, stays a 4. That is fighter breaks off and -2 now to his attack. Spray fire for the top turret and roll 3, which is fighter attacks normally. Spray fire for starboard waist gun, which is 2, fighter breaks off without firing. That's perfect. We make him break off, and we don't have to take that deadly attack against the waist. Okay, so we scratch here, 33. Oh, I can't believe it. We enter zone 5. We're still far away, and we still have no fighter cover. I would be very happy with some fighter cover here. We roll now for enemy fighter waves. No modifiers here. We have no bad weather, no modifier. So on a roll of 1 to 2, we have no enemy fighter waves, and we roll 3, of course. That is 1 enemy fighter wave. I'm going to re-roll that because I dropped the die incorrectly. We roll 16, thank God. Finally, we get that breather that we were looking for. 16, no enemy fighters. We enter zone 4. Finally, we have fighter cover, and it is fair. Enemy fighter waves. 1, no enemy fighter waves. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We have good fighter cover in zone 3. Thank you again. My head is about to explode. Roll for enemy fighters with no modifier. Roll 4. That is 1 enemy fighter wave. And it is going to be 66, which is a random event. I will note here 66 in zone 3. And we shall roll out for random event. It can be really bad or it can be really good. Also, this is optional, guys. So you don't have to do it. You can choose to treat it as nothing. Let's see here. Random events table. We roll 2. We roll 7. That is rabbit's foot. You may re-roll any 1 die or dice roll. So, rabbit's foot. I never had that before. Wow. Okay, that is just amazing, guys. I had to read the rules. And the rabbit's foot, what it does is it lets me re-roll any 1 dice, and I can keep them over missions. So that means if we ever get killed, we will have a second life. Let's go ahead and note it here. Rabbit's foot. And we'll scratch it out if we ever have to use it. But okay, this I'm gonna say it now. I'm gonna say it. I think we can win the campaign. I think we can be the very first to ever record a full campaign on camera. We did it. We'll see about it, but rabbit's foot. I mean, we have the rabbit's foot, and we have only 3 more missions. Come on. And the question is, I could use it for, to save myself, or I could use it for rolling for missions to try to get if I get a really bad missions in Zone 8, I could use it to try to escape that. We enter Zone 2 and we go ahead and roll for fighter cover. Fighter cover is good. We roll for enemy fighters with a -2 to our roll, and roll 5, which becomes a 3. So we will have enemy fighters. We will have 56, which again is no attackers. Wow. Okay, so the way back home was pretty sweet. We enter Zone 1. We roll for weather. England has, see, on a roll of 4, I think perhaps that is poor weather. Nope, that is good weather. Good. Guys, we land without any problem at all. Roll 8. We are landed fine. We have taken out 20% of our bombs. I've hit the target. That is a victory. That is our 12th victory. That is the end of mission 22. We have a light wound to our bombardier, but he's going to recuperate from that. He's still an ace. We still have our ace gunner, Angus Young, our ball turret gunner. We did 2 kills, one with the tail gunner. Let me show you this. One with the tail gunner and one with the navigator. So we got the rabbit's foot. Things are good. I don't know what to say, guys. Look at this. Look at the mission. Composite mission record. We have 3 more missions, and I don't know how I'm gonna sleep tonight or until we have finished this, but yeah, we have 3 more missions, but we do have the rabbit's foot. But anything can happen. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Send me positive energy. Send me some tips on how to wind down. I think I'm gonna make me a cup of chamomile tea and just try to relax. If you are not subscribed, please get subscribed. If you have the time, I very much appreciate if you give me a comment on the video and like the video. I will see you for mission 23 in B-17, Queen of the Skies.